Hey everybody, I'm Thrill, and she's Joy.
What?
We're talking about Thrilljoy!
Oh!
Yeah, so I'm gonna be, for this video, I'm Thrill, and you're Joy.
That's weird.
I thought it'd be weird the other way around. I like my name to be Thrill, because I'm a thriller. I'm pretty good at that. And you bring me a lot of joy.
Okay, if you're gonna call yourself a thriller, you have to do the dance.
I don't know how to do the dance.
You have to do it, though.
Is that how you do it?
You learned something from 30 going on 30.
Was that it?
Yeah.
13.
I said 13 going on 30.
You said 30 going on 30.
I said 13.
I don't have enough time to edit to rewind the footage.
Guess what? It's Chris's birthday today. Everybody wish him a happy birthday and tell him how old he is. Yay! Happy birthday!
41 has never felt so good. And by the way, I woke up earlier today, lost weight. I'm down under 200 pounds.
Congrats.
Huh? Come on.
But, let's talk about what happened when you woke up the first time, you old man.
I got a Charlie horse. Well, let's talk about Thrilljoy. Enough about me.
Let's talk about one other thing. What did you do when you had to get up from eating your breakfast this morning to get a paper towel?
Oh, I put my controller on my dish with all my food on it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he put the remote control in the middle of his food.
I'm getting old. Look, I'm getting old. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's talk about Thrilljoy, because that's why we're here. Thrilljoy, the company from Brian Mariotti. Remember him?
Who?
Brian Mariotti.
Huh?
The former Funko CEO.
Of course I know who Brian Mariotti is. Oh my god.
Brian Mariotti is an amazing guy. We appreciate him and all the love that was shown to us at New York Comic Con. Of course, we ended up getting a blue early before anybody else.
Yes, we did.
Blue Freddy Krueger, which is something that went up the other day. However, there's been a lot of speculation and a lot of talk that's been going on about that particular figure. And Heather, do you want to give us sort of a recap or a cap, no cap, on exactly what happened with that figure, what people are saying?
Well, I don't know that part. You do. You're the one that researched that. But do you want to talk about the price increase?
Yes. So there is something.
No, I'm going to talk about that.
Okay,
You
please.
just say yes.
Yes.
You're going to talk about the other part.
You're going to talk about the other part.
Yeah. The price increase. And you're going to talk about the other one.
And you talk about the other one.
So there was a price increase. So Thrilljoy said that megapix were going to be $125.
Hold on, let me show what a megapix is so they understand.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're
huge.
They're humongous. Okay, here they are.
And I'll be honest with you.
This is the one that went up for sale right here.
When I saw this thing, and I heard that it was going to be $125.
And this is true, by the way. Heather is not BSing when she says this.
I was like, what do you mean it's only $125? Like, how
is that even possible?
This is a huge piece. Yep. It has magnets. It has removable
parts.
Yes, it has articulation. It is absolutely incredible. And it just blew my mind that they said $125. But I was like, I mean, okay, that's great for us consumers.
Yeah.
But they released a statement. Chris, do you have that? It was on their website, but it was also passed around like the social media news sources.
I have to look.
All you have to do, scroll down right there.
Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay.
So I'll read it to you guys. Yeah. So it says, we know some of you were pretty bummed when Megapix didn't make it to New York Comic Con. Honestly, we were too, but perfection takes time. It took us 7 to 8 painstaking revisions of molding and design to get Blue Freddy to exactly where he needs to be, and we weren't about to compromise on packaging. With that said, here's the trick. Megapix is priced at $175. Yeah, we get it, but we figured out the secret sauce to make sure Freddy is worth every penny. So, They did a price increase of $50 to $175, which in my opinion, that's what it should have been priced at to begin with.
100% agree.
With, like, between the quality, between the size, all of the accessories it comes with. I mean, it comes with different magnetic hands.
Well, the fact that it has magnets built into it too, that does increase the cost of it, and they are very strong magnets. Because if you buy some collectibles and they have a magnet associated with them, sometimes they just don't work well.
Yeah.
And they don't connect properly, right? These are incredibly strong. They did a good job.
So, here's my thought. Why is it back to us on the big screen? Can I look at the little screen?
Okay, because I wanted to see the guy again. Okay.
You wanted to see what guy?
The guy right here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself. You were trying to.
I want to see also me. Yes.
Okay, can you take me back to the screen so I can
There
read
you
it?
go.
Okay. So the way that it's worded, we figured out the secret sauce to make sure Freddy Krueger Blue, is worth every penny. So my question is this the only one that's going to be priced at $175 for now and the rest are going to be $125, or is it Megapix is priced at $175?
That's a good question.
Because it says that, but then it mentions making sure Freddy is worth it.
Right.
So, and they're specifically talking about the revisions on this figure. So right. I'm not sure. I don't have the answer to that question. But there was a lot of outrage behind that, which I understand.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the outrage part comes from people being told one number and then effectively given another. And they're like, oh my God, why such an increase? I mean, we're talking about a $50 increase, right?
Yeah.
For the figure.
Which is not a very small increase. It's not like a $10 increase.
No, it's not. And back to what you said originally. Our thoughts were this product should be more expensive. Yeah. Because what this is, okay, so in terms of like what we know, okay, let's talk about what we know, okay? Funko. We know Funko. We know the products that Funko sells. They sell their large 10-inch Funko Pops, right? Yep. Those Funko Pops can't move. There's no detachable accessories. They go for roughly $50 to $60, all things depending.
And they're very mass produced.
They are very mass produced. Okay. Then the other thing you could say that sort of up against this, or kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
In line with
a competition
comparable?
Or comparable. Those Freddy, what was it? The Freddy Project Fred figures. I always forget their names. Project Fred
those
figures.
Those are $275.
Those are like $275. They don't do anything but sit there. And then you also
they're terrifying. Like the Fanta clown.
Yeah, they're disgusting. And then you also have the Funko anime things. Remember, like I bought one. I bought a Voltron one. Jumbo Chan. Yeah, Jumbo Chan. Which is, I think that's like $150 to $200.
No, I think it's $225 or
okay, so $225. So, all right. A lot of people have complained about them, but we're talking about these products being sort of in line separately from the things that you find on the shelf at Target, right? So you have the Funko Pop, which is very cheap, but then now you're talking about like highly articulated, or articulation at least in this one, and highly detailed, better paint jobs. This thing has a killer paint job on it.
It does.
You're getting a better product in hand. So when they increase the price, first off, we weren't shocked over that.
No, but they knew at that point that it was taking so many revisions. So my question is, why did they put a price point out there without knowing? Like, they should have given a range.
Well, let's remember something.
You know what I mean?
They are incredibly new.
I agree.
And they showed up to New York Comic Con literally just days old.
I agree. So, however, at the same time, the people who are behind it are very well versed in collectibles and in business.
It's true.
So I don't want to fault them, because I know
you're playing devil's advocate.
Yes, I know how difficult it is to run a business. I know how expensive it is to run a business. So therefore,
well, let's stop there. Can we pause it for 1 second? We have actually been in this situation before.
Yes.
With figures that we had given a price, but realized that we put a lot more money into whatever it was, be it that we paid for our voice actor, be it that we had to pay changes to the figure.
Oh no, I'll give you the prime example with no other explanation other than me being asked on the spot, how much is this going to cost, and standing by it. Uncle Ghastly. He is a much larger figure. He has a hat. That figure should have been priced at $65 to $70. Instead, I priced it at $55, not taking all of that into consideration, because I hadn't actually sat down and reviewed everything at that point. I was asked and I was like, oh, it's a Ghastly figure. No, it's not just Ghastly. It is a completely different mold. Right. It is a larger mold. He has a gigantic hat on his head. Right. So
we didn't make a lot of profits. We didn't,
And not just that, but there was a Demonstro figure that I sold, and I added it to our website on my phone, and I didn't put in a weight. So people were spending like $5 on shipping, when shipping should have been like $7 to $9.
Yeah, I remember that.
So there have been mistakes that we have made, but they're not.
We're rookies.
Yeah, they're not $50 mistakes. I think that here's my thought process. When we first saw the Megapix price point, it was in an interview by Brian Mariotti. It was like sort of leaked. Remember that article that was like leaked?
Yeah.
It said Megapix will be $125. My guess is they're so excited gearing up for New York Comic Con. They have a lot on their plate gearing up for New York Comic Con.
Right.
So my thought is, taking into consideration that they may only be talking about this product being $175 and not the rest, I think maybe they weren't quite thinking about this one in particular. They're thinking, you know, this line... Maybe
because of the licensor or something. Like the licensor could have cost it more.
Possibly. But this line in general, and this is just me assuming that only this figure is $175, which I don't know to be true or false. Maybe they thought Megapix in general would be $125, not taking into consideration this one.
I just thought of something really crazy in the midst of all this. And that's why I give you a really weird look.
Okay, tell me.
This is going to sound really dumb. Okay? And so this is going to sound really dumb. I'm letting you know too.
Okay.
Is it possible that it was written somewhere 175 and it looked like a 2? Or something happened like that? Or it was accidentally put out there that it was 125 when it was really always supposed to be 175. Because to sell this product at that price point, to me, is unbelievable. Because this is high above, in my opinion. So I did see a couple comments about these figures, and we're all not going to be on the same page about this. Okay, let's be very clear about that. Not everybody is into something like this.
No.
I am in love with this. When I was at the Thrilljoy booth, I told Brian, "This is your killer right here. This is the murder machine that you're going to sell."
Which is interesting because they sort of debuted with picks, the ones in the frames.
And because none of this was ready.
Yeah.
But I was like, these are the things. But I've read comments now where people are like, it looks like, it reminded me of Terminator 2, or was it Terminator 2? Back to the Future 2. It looks, it's a baby's toy. It's like
what?
Kind of the thing.
People said that?
Somebody said that it was, I can't remember who, but it was a couple people.
He reminds me of a cartoon.
But they basically said that it's like a child's toy and not necessarily like a collectible. And I'm not saying your opinion is wrong because it's your opinion. All I'm saying is I see this as something entirely different. Yeah. I see this figure as a new step for collectors who formerly or still collect Funko product. This reminds me of something that you would see come from Funko. This is like a dream item that I would see come from Funko. Yeah. But Thrilljoy went ahead and made it, if that makes any sense. And I particularly like their main character, Blue.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're dressing this guy up like Freddy Krueger, when I saw this on the shelf, when I was in talking to Brian Mariotti, we went into his office at the convention. When it was standing, no, it was sitting on the table because he was showing us like in hand, and I was holding it. I was like, this thing is unbelievable. I mean, it just blew me away, and I still feel exactly the same way. I love it.
Blew you away.
It blew my balls off.
BLOO.
But I love these. I think they're really great.
Yeah.
So here's your problems. The fact that the figure or the figures, we don't know yet, are priced differently than what were originally announced. My question is, fan base or people out there watching this video, would you have spent $125? Would you have spent $175? Did you decide not to spend $175 because you originally told it was costing $125? So that's kind of my question. Like, would you have bought it at either price, or are you discouraged because the price changed? When I saw it go up on the website, I was like, oh, this is going to go quick. In fact, I was sort of paying attention to the page because I wanted to see what was going to happen. And I almost bought one myself because I kind of wanted to chase. But I was like, we really already have one. Should I go and buy another one? Frankly, if they go back up for any other reason, I'm buying one. Like, I want another one because I really want a chance at a chase, and I would really, really like a new one and see it that it's numbered, because ours is unnumbered because it was handed to us by Brian. It's sort of like a sample piece, which we've talked about, but I really love this figure so much. I want to buy more. The Ninja Turtle ones. I'm not even a huge Ninja Turtle fan, but I'll be all over them. But there was another speculation that was going on I want to talk about. Sure.
Another thing that I want to mention is, a lot of the people critiquing these pieces are Funko collectors.
Yes.
And I've stated it, I think, in almost every video we've done about Thrilljoy. Funko collectors are used to spending $15 to $20 typically. Now, when you get into like the
Grails
pop towns,
or whatever, yeah.
Grails, but I'm talking retail, like 10-inch, moments, stuff like that. Get a little bit pricier, but typically 15 to 20 bucks, and that's it. That's what we spend on one piece. So I understand people's hesitancy to purchase more expensive collectibles. Like, I remember we were pop collectors and we did not like spending above retail, hardly ever.
Never.
It was very rare, except like for birthdays and stuff, we would exchange like, you know, slightly more expensive gifts. But for the most part, it was like retail and retail only.
Yep.
But then you got sent to Hot Toys.
Yes,
And
I was
that
just about to
changed
say
everything.
that. I was just about to say that I scoffed at the prices for Hot Toys, and it took somebody sending me one. Which, by the way, that person, thank you so much. I don't even know if you watch our stuff anymore.
Broken Pikachu tail.
Broken Pikachu tail.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
What a great person.
We will never forget Chris's very first
And
Hot
then
Toy.
eventually, our friend Jeremiah sent one. With another friend. It was like two people who sent us a Thanos.
Yeah.
So they
Jeremiah and Brianna.
Yeah, Brianna. So those viewers, or now friends, sending us stuff like that is sort of what got me into, like, let me check Sideshow more often and see what kind of figures are there. And I buy, look behind me. I got a ton of them now. So the way that I see prices and value and figures is so much different than it was before.
Yeah, when we solely collected Funko or like just little like Funko-like things.
I'll tell you one thing that has really changed for me personally.
What?
One thing that has changed, and this is sort of off topic, but one thing that has changed for me a lot is value of the pieces that I own. For some reason, I don't even care anymore. It just doesn't matter to me. Like, in other words, I don't go out and buy anything because it will eventually have value.
No.
I used to, and I was huge on value, huge on PPG. I really, as a collector, I've sort of, I've evolved. Like, I just don't care anymore. I just buy what I like and buy what I want, and I enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
This is the same way. Now, because I am so comfortable with buying Hot Toy products and everything else, I'm comfortable with buying blue. And you got a very good point, Heather, and I'm so glad you pointed that out because I probably never would have. But the fact that Funko collectors are not used to spending maybe a lot of money. I'm not saying all Funko collectors, so don't beat me up. But I'm saying majority of Funko collectors are buying Funko Pops, going to the store, buying them for $10 if they're even buying them anymore. And they're not used to spending $175 on a figure like this.
For the price of this, you can get 10 plus Funko
Absolutely,
Pops.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a completely different ballgame.
I get it. You can either get 10 items or one item.
Right. And by the way, we are pro these figures. We love these figures. We love the Freddy Krueger thing also, and we really love blue. So you're not going to agree with everything that we're saying right now, and I totally understand that. And I'm not trying to change your mind. I think what we're really doing is talking about opinions, and we're also talking facts here, right? So what is the equivalent of what we're seeing here? Now, I want to get into this next part.
Okay.
Okay, so the next
I'm done.
The next part is that it popped up on the website sold out. So I was watching this, and then I had to go off for a meeting at my day job. And when I came back, I saw this. What is happening is that people are basically saying that these were pulled and not actually sold.
Interesting.
Okay, so the most interesting part to me about this is that if it is true that they didn't all sell out, I am really shocked to hear that, because the amount of excitement that I heard people talking about this stuff at New York Comic Con, everybody I talked to, they were like, those figures are so cool. Everybody was stoked about them. So I was kind of gauging interest just by being at New York. And I felt like, man, people are going to be completely on board with this.
Yeah.
And I wonder if, okay, we don't know. We're speculating, okay? So this is allegedly. If they were allegedly pulled, that's shocking to me. First off. And second off, if they were pulled, I bet you, I'd put all my money on it, that it has everything to do with the price hike. If these were $125, you're talking about a $50 difference. It will change the minds of some people.
Well, here's another thing. So what if, okay, a couple things. If they were pulled, what if they're gearing up for another convention? and they
True.
won a couple pieces. But, I mean, you would imagine they'd plan for that. Giveaways, but that's a lot for giveaways.
They are so new, Heather, that I think they're still trying to find their footing. And they were just at New York Comic Con and they just put figures out for the first time.
Speaking of New York Comic Con, this went on the website just like 2 weeks after New York Comic Con?
Yes.
We have noticed major, sorry guys, especially with Mischief toys, fatigue.
100%.
People are burnt out from New York Comic Con. People are burnt out from buying so much right now. It's Halloween. We did a Halloween week, and gradually it was like...
Yep. Big time. Big time.
People are not spending money right now so close to the convention. And
the holidays are coming up.
Yeah, the holidays are coming up too.
People are tapped out, Heather.
They are, which I completely understand. So what if...
It has something to do with
this
that.
is a pre-order. So what if they're planning on putting whatever was pooled up closer to when they come in? Because maybe their thoughts are people aren't buying this because it's so close to New York Comic Con.
Right.
And it's not coming out for a while, so that makes people less likely to buy it, even if they did have the $175 to spend, because it's a pre-order and they don't feel like waiting. So if I am more likely to purchase something that is in stock versus pre-order.
I will stand by this next comment I'm about to make.
Okay.
Had this and other blues like this been available at New York Comic Con,
Oh, gone.
they would have been wiped out.
Gone. So
Wiped out.
One thing that Brian said was the most popular items were the blue items,
Yes.
which is shocking to me. It's shocking, but not shocking.
It's not shocking to me because people like having a new little mascot character.
They do, but it's weird. It's very weird. Because they had blue, like a New York Comic Con blue. So the Chase was holding Brian, and then the regular was holding the New York Comic Con.
Which I need to go on.
bag.
I think I just bought something the other day on, they're on Thrilljoy now. So, by the way, leftover New York Comic Con exclusives are on Thrilljoy's website right now. You can go and buy them. I think I bought like 2 or 3 different pieces. Because I wanted to see what we will get, you know. I don't even know. You know what?
Didn't even consult with me.
Blue might not even be available.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so it's interesting to me because the blue that they had wasn't really licensed. It just had a New York Comic Con
It's just
bag.
blue. Yeah.
So
And that one was selling out every day.
we know as Funko collectors that Freddy Funko, their original mascot, goes really fast. Specifically, the boxes of fun where people know that there's most likely going to be licensed Freddy Funkos available.
Yeah.
The blue that they had at New York Comic Con, now I might not remember all of the products that they had, but the one in particular, the blue picks that they had, the New York Comic Con one, unlicensed. So that's what's shocking to me.
Yeah.
If it were like, you know, blue as Freddy Krueger or whatever, I could imagine that selling out super duper fast.
Yeah.
So that was super cool to hear. Like, that made me really happy that people enjoy an original character as much as they do.
100%. And I think that's great. And I had mentioned to Brian that I think that this character is brilliant. It's a lot of fun. And I feel like this is sort of a way to sell a lot of really great licenses. Because you can dress him up as all sorts of different things. I think this is great. Cool. Seeing this Freddy Krueger is what got me so excited about Thrilljoy.
Same.
When I walked in there and I saw this. Now, they have some other really great stuff. Big items like this that are not blue. I saw a Disco Skeletor in there, which is like chromed out or metallic out. I saw all sorts of different figures that they had in there that were amazing, that were not blue. I'm really wondering how those are going to go. And I wonder if, when they said in that article, just as you mentioned, I wonder if the blue licensed figures may be $175, but the rest of those figures, the megas, will be $125.
Yeah.
I guess only time will tell, and we'll see. But what we want you to take away from this video is the fact that if you're buying one of these for $175, you're spending less if you buy one of those Funko products, like that big Voltron thing, the Funko, what is it called? The Project Fred and the, what's the other, Jumbotron? Jumbo Chan. So those two products are basically sort of in competition with this thing. This is so much better. And I know that because I own this stuff. I'm just saying, it's so much better. It's so much more fun. You can move his hands around. You can move his arms around. You can, and look, even has like this little arm movement here. You can take off his hat. I think it's great. I can't wait to see other figures. I'm going to collect so many of these things.
Another thing, I'm sorry to cut you off. Another thing that I'm curious about. I know that they were having issues with their website on the original launch of Pix.
Yes.
Wasn't this almost like a lottery?
No. So if you went on their website, you were in line.
Okay, got it. What if they had issues with the line? Like, what if the website was giving them issues?
I would be, maybe, I mean, anything could have happened. We don't know the truth. By the way, we have not talked to Thrilljoy about anything. So
no,
everything we're talking about is literally speculation from Gastlecast.
Yeah.
But their website is fortified. Brian talked about that. So they have a good website. They have a good bot protection. They got all the stuff. They got all the things.
But
I don't know if you're right. The website could have been
the initial launch was weird
or something. Yes.
The initial launch was weird.
It's true. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. But what I'm excited to see are more of these different characters, and I need the chase of this. So if anybody gets the chase, let me know, because I am down. I need a chase to go along with this one. The reason why I want it specifically for this one, I'm not going to really care so much for the future ones unless it's something like hard hitting for me.
Yeah.
But the reason why I want a chase for this is so it goes with this one, because this is such a big deal from New York Comic Con for us.
Yeah.
The fact that Brian just kind of walked over and handed it off to us. Cool. What a sweet guy. But this is great. You can find these on Thrilljoy when they're going to be available. As of right now, they are actually not on the website. They do have those picks available, though, so you can go and check those out. The New York Comic Con ones are still there. But as Heather mentioned, we ourselves, Mischief Toys, have noticed a slight decline in the way that people purchase. And it has a lot to do with the time that we're in right now.
Yeah.
We're in a weird time. We're in between New York Comic Con and the holidays.
Yeah.
So people have been tapped out, burned out. And how do I know that? I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I have spent so much damn money over the last few weeks between New York Comic Con and Halloween. By the way, I bought these brand new. Did I tell anybody this? I don't think I did. I did it on the couch the other night. You helped me out. I bought myself brand new Hey Dudes.
You didn't tell me that.
And,
oh yeah.
The
Christmas
They're
ones.
ugly Christmas sweater Hey Dudes. And let me tell you something. I might be going back there and buying myself another pair because I love to Christmas it up.
You haven't even worn your Beetlejuice ones.
Yeah, you know why? I bought them. They're 10.5. They don't fit me.
Well, then sell them,
big
bro.
toe. I'm going to do something with them. Maybe one of our patrons will want them. I don't know. They glow in the dark. They're really great. Hey,
they are really cool.
Anyway, I totally understand. But Mischief Toys is going to be coming out with some very, very hot heat in December. So the rest of November is going to be very light. But look, we are trying to thrive while New York Comic Con has tapped everybody out. Yeah. And it's a tough gig, but thank you to everybody who purchased all week long during Halloween week.
Hold on. Oh.
And thank you for buying our brand new Day of the Dead figure and pin.
So amazing.
Yeah.
You guys, we are so grateful to you. We put up so much stuff.
Yeah.
I truly am sorry. I know it was a lot, but we are grateful to all of you. We are so glad that you love our original character because nothing we have done so far has been licensed.
No.
Nothing
Not yet.
Now, there's a couple things we have in the pipeline that are licensed, but for now, we are grateful to each and every one of you who has purchased something from Mischief Toys, whether it was when we first came out, whether it's been just a pin. That just a pin helps us and helps our company thrive and grow. So thank you all so very much.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We sold so much this week. It's been ridiculous.
I feel bad.
If you purchase something from Mischief Toys, let us know in the comment section down below. Let us know what you purchased.
And what was your favorite thing we dropped this week? Also,
I'd love to know that.
What are your thoughts on the price increase? Not like
for Blue.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Yeah, for Blue specifically. What are your thoughts on that? And I'm not saying like how mad are you or how, I don't care. I really like it. I'm going to buy it anyway. Are you? I mean, why do you think the price increase happened? Do you think, they explain why it happened.
Yeah.
Do you think that those items were pulled from the website? And if so, why do you think?
Or did it completely sell out.
Yeah.
And that's a true state. Because I feel like it completely sold out. Who wouldn't want Blue dressed as Freddy Krueger? You got to be out of your mind. I mean, unless you think it's a baby's toy, which some people said, but it's not a baby's toy. It's badass is what it is.
It is.
Blue is the best.
He's cool.
Let us know what you think about all this and more in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Nathan Bakken, Clarissa V, Carlos Campbell, The Disgruntled Octopus, Celeste Crawford, Andy Veloff, Casey Hewlett, J.R. Garcia, Steven Skolansky, and George Blanchard. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys are amazing. We appreciate all of the support. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to do half the things that we do right here on the Gastlecast channel. Join up on Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast to join in on the fun during our Google Meets, which we do every single month. We do giveaways. We show you upcoming Mischief Toys items. We discuss Gastlecast, Funko, Thrilljoy, Mischief Toys. We do all sorts of stuff during the Google Meet call where we're face-to-face over the interwebs, and it's a really great time, full of a lot of laughs, and we get to answer a lot of your awesome questions. So check it out, patreon.com/Gastlecast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. New content comes pretty much every single day, and we go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Come back and hang with us. We'll be back here tomorrow between 8 and 9 p.m. talking about another week of nonsense ahead of us. All right, that's all we've got for you. We'll see you guys in the very next video. See you then.
What was that? That was weird.
What? I'm just doing stuff.
That was not your normal.
Go ahead.
You normally say, we'll catch you next time.
We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. That's my cue. Bye.